Hey!
Ready to eat?
I've never been hungrier in my entire life.
Welcome once again to Face Webcast.
Getting through the veneer of Facebook to have actual conversations with our friends.
Matt, what are we doing here today?
Well, we're having episode 5.
Episode 5! Holy cow!
And today we're going to eat a meal. And the reason is, who, Greg, are we talking with today?
None other than semi-world-renowned chef Leif.
Otherwise known to only me as Phil.
Or Leify. As you're going to find out, Leif is a chef who is known for hosting interesting dinner parties with luminary artists, writers, musicians.
From around the world.
But today, he's going to have to suffer through a low-class meal with me and Matt.
That's going to be awesome. So we've each prepared our own meals. We'll reveal what that is when Leif comes on. But before we get to Leif, we do have an announcement. Greg, make the announcement. It's a game changer.
I know you've all been wondering about this, I'm sure, because of how awesome we are. You've probably been thinking, why doesn't Face to Face have a sponsor yet? Well, we do now.
We have gotten ourselves our first sponsor. So somewhere in the middle of the program, you're going to have to suffer through a questionable...
An ad. Trying to sell you something.
To me, yeah, it's more like an infomercial. I've seen it. It's a little shameful. I'm going to be honest. If I had seen it beforehand, I mean, I know there are sponsors. We're not supposed to talk bad about them.
I think you might have to edit this part out.
If they hadn't given us the money, I would have said this is a terrible idea because I think it could sink the show.
Yeah, well, I am perfectly happy to take their money.
Right.
It's just awful.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, so if there's any other sponsors out there who aren't as terrible, please give us a call.
This is kind of a call to, they were the only ones who offered, therefore we're going to take it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we think we're better than this. Maybe we're not. Maybe this is exactly what we deserve.
But baby needs a new pair of shoes.
Baby needs a new pair of shoes.
I've got a mouth to feed.
One mouth.
The others can take care of themselves. What am I?
You mean the wife and the kids?
Yeah.
Right.
But that's not the point. The point
is we're going to have a great meal with a fantastic guest. We know him from middle school.
Right.
And then through high school. He likes alternative music, like Mr. Bungle, which I could never understand. But
I was going to ask him about Mr. Bungle, actually.
Well, please do.
There's a Mr. Bungle song about having sex with food. So maybe that really had an effect on his psyche.
That's weird. I wonder. And then, of course, besides being into weird music and having a very hairy chest for an 8th grader, the dude is smart. I mean, epic. 1,500 on his SATs or above.
I think more than that.
He's just a natural, super intelligent guy, and he decided, instead of being an astrophysicist, he decided to become a San Francisco chef. And, of course, he just made it work, because that's how he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you want to intro him? Let's get him on.
Oh, hey, there he is, look!
Hey, everyone. You guys all have dinner?
We got it ready, yeah. Here's my thought, Leif. First of all, good to see you, buddy. It's been so long.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So before we actually start talking and having a nice discussion, I did think it would be smart for us each to display what we each prepared.
I think we should go for you, me, and then we'll save Leif for the good one.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
You don't know what I got. Mine is the good one.
I don't know.
I have prepared. I researched Leif's. It's weird to call you Leif. I call you Phil, but I'll try not to do that.
Leify works, right?
Life.
Lifey, if you really love me.
do.
Well, of course we love you.
So I went into the rabbit hole of life.
Yes.
And he has inspired me to make
I'm so happy.
of a lifetime.
I'm scared right now.
Here is my plate.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing.
It has. I will introduce what each thing is. There are flowers everywhere.
That looks so 80s.
Yeah. So the first thing I made is a properly nuked cheddar jalapeno hot dog with queso dip lovingly poured down the middle with flakes of Mexican taco cheese sprinkled atop. Number two. This, I feel, is a stroke of genius. I took a loaf of chocolate cake, cut them into bread loaves, and I made chocolate chip sandwich. There's chips in the middle.
I approve.
Chocolate chip sandwich.
That looks.
I don't know how you chefs do this, but you guys always, and I drizzled, chocolate. But then what it does is it gets all over your hands, so I don't get the point now. Then I got, in case I get hungry for later, a combo with flowers around.
What is that?
A combo dessert.
Oh,
Combos with
those,
and then of course
those flowers that you can eat.
To be fancy, I got toothpicks.
What flavor combo? I haven't had a combo in a long time.
It's whatever the fanciest flavor is.
Oh, okay.
And then my coup de grace, taking Life's flour toast that I have seen him do. I have done him one better, and I have made flour bacon. It is bacon with a bed of flowers.
Did you buy edible flowers?
I was going to say, can you really eat those?
Because he does herbs, I don't have herbs, but I do have medicinal fiber gummies.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to put those on
the bacon.
So I have now my medicinal and floury array. And then finally, because everything I'm eating might just kill me, I have a shot of milk of magnesia with some pumps that I can take right away and drop it in. Take my complimentary flour.
Are these all edible flowers that you got?
They're not all edible.
A lot of flowers are edible.
I'm hoping that these wild flowers that I picked are edible.
A lot aren't also.
And these Tums are going to save me in the end. Oh, and then of course I'm going to wash it down with a very elegant Polar Pop with flowers. All right, so Greg.
All right, mine's going to go a lot quicker. Chicken wings with blue cheese. And
Greg, that's perhaps the best thing you could eat in front of people.
I know, that's why I picked it. And cider.
Okay. And cider. Okay.
This time it's actually cider too. All right, now everybody.
All right, now what we've all been waiting for.
Prepare yourselves.
Chef, the professional chef made.
All right, so I'm having dinner in bed.
Nice.
Here's.
It's all right.
Here's dinner.
What is that made up of?
It's a soba noodle dish.
Mm.
So soba noodles, buckwheat noodles, with some wild onions and shallots and bok choy and shiitake mushrooms. A little bit of soy sauce and sweet cooking wine and lime, cilantro and fennel, and then I had some leftover flowers from an event. I don't normally put flowers all over my food, but I had a bunch of flowers.
I think you need to pretend like you do normally put flowers.
I assume that you put flowers.
But usually they're leftover from my catering events.
Gotcha.
That's what I made myself. I'm
That's
kind of
beautiful.
I'm sort of starting a diet, sort of.
I'm
now.
I'm totally on a diet. So
Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight a little bit.
I've been on a diet for a couple months. I haven't lost a pound.
Well, then you probably need to change something.
It's not a good. It's not a work. Well, you see what I'm eating.
You're probably not
Yeah.
on.
I can't figure out why I'm gaining weight.
Yeah.
That, are you having a problem with your weight? I don't think you're probably having a problem. Let's not even talk.
He's bigger than he used to be.
I mean, I used to be 145 pounds, so there was nowhere to go but up. But I did go up.
So, do you want to consider this dinner discussion?
Yes.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we're doing.
Did you guys read about my project dinner discussion?
Yes. From the research that I have done, and if we don't do anything else on this show, we research.
Yeah.
And so the show might stink, but behind the scenes was awesome. So, do you want us to try to explain it, or would you like to explain it?
Dinner discussion is generally bringing together like food activists and artists, and I make them dinner and we sit around and talk. And it's very informal and fun. I've been doing it for 8 years. I've done about 42 of those.
So you just find people that you're interested in that are artsy, and you just give them a cold call and say, come on over?
Yeah, I wondered about that. Like, I looked at the guest list. It seems like a lot of the people at first are probably like friends of yours, but then it spread. Is that how it worked?
Yeah, it's always been a mix of people I know and then people I just cold email to and invite them. Yeah.
Cool.
It's definitely like a way for me to meet people that I want to meet.
It's awesome. I mean, we're doing the same thing digitally. That's what me and Greg figured out. I mean, you're on Facebook, you got this access to people, but what we know about each other is still so minimal, and we're not really using this technology the way we should. We could have meals together more.
Yeah.
Right after high school, where'd you go?
I went to New College for only a year, and then I moved to Berkeley and never went back to school. Yeah.
I wish I didn't go to school. It's pointless unless there's a certain career you need a degree for. Yeah. Otherwise, it's really...
Yeah, I had the highest SAT score in our class, and I didn't finish college.
What? You did?
Yeah, we were debating that. I thought it was like a 1580. Is that right?
I had a 1560. Nobody had higher than that in our class.
Son of a gun.
And so, you know, the obvious question is why? Why did you? I mean, so if folks don't know, New College is like an alternative college, as it is, right? So it was hardly the strictures of you know.
They don't have grades, right?
I think I went so alternative with alternative education that I just I kind of already was doing that in high school the last 2 years.
Right. So you thought I can just read on my own.
Kind of, or I was just so sort of against institutional schooling at that point. Plus, I just didn't have that good of a year. I kind of failed my first year in a way.
Can't you not fail New College?
Well, no, you can.
You were so bad that you...
It's not it's not like I was so bad either. Both semesters didn't really work out that well for me, and I just really wanted to move to Berkeley, and then I just never wound up going back to school. And, you know, those years, the end of high school coincided with, you know, my parents getting divorced, and family was all broken, and so I moved out to California and was pretty much on my own.
Did you always know you wanted to be a chef? I do remember occasionally, yeah. I spent the night at your house a couple times, and you would make some interesting, fun meals, but I never thought you'd be a chef.
I became friends with you guys when I was 13, and I started cooking when I was 16, when my parents split up, and I moved out of my parents' house and was living with my dad, and I started cooking for myself and just sort of realized I had a little bit of a talent for it, and so it became a hobby. But it wasn't a thing where I was like, oh, I should become a chef. By accident, when I was 20, 21.
That's how all the best things happen, right?
Yeah, a lot changed for me during those years. I changed the people I was hanging out with. I got into all these, you know, kind of got into radical politics and more into the whole punk thing.
Well, so radical politics and punk, is that why you went to Berkeley?
I thought Berkeley people were neoconservative, no? I've been misinformed.
Neoconservative?
I thought Reagan went to Berkeley.
You've been reading the worst newspapers, man.
I've been reading the wrong books. I thought Reagan went to Berkeley. He was president of Berkeley? Something?
There's all kinds in Berkeley, but no, I would not consider it a neoconservative scene. I mean,
he's yanking your chain.
I mean, I think in my 20s I was a fairly angry anarchist.
That's what I was in my early 20s, so yeah. Is that still how you describe yourself?
I don't know. I feel like I used to consider myself an activist, and now I kind of don't. Not that I'm not still interested in politics, but I feel like I'm a bit less angry and less strident about what I really believe in, and that I try to take in a lot of different views and try to just think for myself, and I don't really subscribe to a specific ideology.
I mean, I think a lot of people
also kind of been scared off in terms of trying to be too out there with my politics too. I feel like
Scared off? How you mean? Like,
well, this day and age, I mean, I feel like on the internet in my mid-20s, I would just say whatever the fuck. Now I feel like everything is surveilled, and I'm very careful about what I say and how I put myself out there in public.
And I think that's one of the downsides of the internet age, is that the internet gives you the opportunity to be completely surrounded by people that only agree with you, and that pushes everyone in further directions.
And I know part of the reason why me and you kind of lost touch was because I was pissed at you about you being sort of like down on anarchist stuff, and I think at some point I cut you off from social media.
That happened to me a lot when I went through that phase. So
that was a long time ago, and I'm over it. But I took that stuff more personally, I guess.
So did I. So
in my mid-20s.
Well, I got a more serious question.
It's nice.
And that is, this is the most serious question I could come up with.
Okay.
What do you do with all that hair? I mean, God, in 8th grade, you would shave, and by 3 o'clock, you were a grown man again. You were a hairy bear. Like, what kind of maintenance would you have to do to be hairless?
I don't think it's a very interesting question.
I love it.
All right. Well, wait. Before we go on to more questions,
Okay.
we do have a sponsor we got to deal with.
Right.
So we're gonna deal with that sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Sponsor?
Yeah, we're not happy about it.
We have a terrible sponsor that we're embarrassed about.
You guys are gonna cut out and come back?
Yep. Here we go.
Are you tired of being the loser of your Facebook friends? Hi, I'm Dick Buckiss, named after the famous bear, named after famous bear linebacker, Dick Buckiss. Are your friends running loops around you in the world of life? Do your friends look like they're living the good life with a great family and a great meal plan while you sitting at home all alone? Well, have I got the thing for you, the Facebook Optimizer. In it, we give you very simple tips to make you look like the top banana on your newsfeed. For example,
Being in shape is key to optimizing your Facebook life. Why wake up at 5 a.m. every day to run for miles and miles to get in shape when all you have to do to get the same result is walk out to your curb, splash some water violently on your face and under your armpits, take that selfie in fake agony, and voila! You just did a 6 a.m. 10-mile run and are the envy of all your Facebook friends.
here are a few more examples.
To look like you're living the good life, you gotta look like you've gone to exotic locales. And if you just don't have the money to travel like some of your jerk-rich friends, well, that ends today. Just find the coolest place you have been to and simply Photoshop a famous celebrity into your photo and boom, jealousy amongst your friends. Can't beat that. Boom.
And how about this tip?
Food pics are key to Facebook popularity, where the healthiest pic takes the cake. So step 1, make your healthy dish, preferably with kale involved. Step 2, take the selfie pic and post it on your page. And then in step 3, kindly discard said healthy plate for an actually edible meal that drips in greasy goodness, while you watch everyone congratulate you on Facebook for being their healthy hero. And boom, you win again.
And another example of a tip.
Be the envy of all your friends and have the happiest family with minimal effort. Simply call the kids over for a quick photo hug, take the selfie pic and post it on your page, then push the little gremlins aside and get back to the basketball game that really matters, and continue to ignore and berate your kids the rest of the day as you would otherwise. While on Facebook, everyone just looks at the picture and says, "Aw, what a great dad." Boom, Facebook optimized.
It is easier than you think to look like you're living the good life on Facebook. So what are you waiting for? Please, buy my tapes, exclusively on video cassette. I know people are saying VCRs are dead, but those guys are gonna die at some point, right? They gotta be wrong, because personally I truly do believe that VCRs are coming back. So if you truly believe that too and wanna optimize your Facebook, well, For only $49.95 once a month for 12 months, you can have over 4,000 tips, much like the ones I gave earlier, except more of them. I know $49.95 sounds like a lot in this economy, but free shipping. Free shipping. Gotcha. Thought I was going to try to get you on that too. No, free shipping if you call within the first 10 seconds. That said, there is a surcharge that my wife has put on me for wasting time. Now, if you would like them on purely audio cassette tapes, those will be $75 each tape. Because I'm running low on audio cassette tapes because my little brother was making these mixtapes. And I can't, the darnest, if I looked all over for them, I cannot find them. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. Buy my Facebook optimizer. Be all that you can be with the smallest amount of effort possible. Why does so-and-so, Joe Schmo and Karen Kolaski, have to look like they're living the good life? You can look like the good life too. With my basic tips and my tutoring, you will be the envy of every friend. Why optimize your life when all you gotta do is optimize your Facebook? Well, that'll do you just as good. Sure, it doesn't change your actual life, but when does that matter anymore? Only the internet matters. Everything else is fake, just like this mustache. Listen, I'm still living at home. I'm still in the basement. I still have a goldfish. But now things have changed. The Facebook optimizer has done it for me. And if it can do it for me, it can do it for you too. We're all people, after all. Because of the Facebook optimizer, you too, my friend, can be. Because of the Facebook optimizer, you too can stop being the rotten banana and become the top banana of your newsfeed. That is a promise. And we will make a winner out of you. Get my tapes.
Well, I had a game that I wanted to attempt. I call it word vomit because I named it. Here's the idea. I'm going to throw out, and Greg supposedly made a list too.
I did.
I throw out a word, free association. First thing
and then I just say a word.
You just say a word. So Leif will go first, Greg. You'll go second. But whatever you thought of first. What is that?
I'm just drinking lemon water out of a vintage ball jar.
That is so. You were in Kinfolk magazine, and that's like the most Kinfolk magazine thing. Right?
I guess so.
All right. So first word of word vomit. Raw.
Vomit.
No. You can't use the word I just said. That's
carrot pesto.
Okay.
Do I go?
Yeah, you always go.
Raw dog.
All right. McDonald's.
Fingernails.
Wait. Explain it. If it's so weird, you have to explain it.
Well, I think that I actually stopped eating McDonald's when I was 16, when I think that I had some kind of toenail or something was in a chicken McNugget that I ate, and I never really ate McDonald's again after that, besides maybe fries once in a while.
It's a good reason not to eat when you find a fingernail. Okay, Greg, McDonald's.
I'm loving it.
The comedian?
Yeah, I think of Jim Gaffigan.
All right, this one. Okay, ready? Trump.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Like the Holocaust or 9/11. Never forget.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Greg, Trump.
I'm going to go with Drumpf.
Commune.
Communitarian.
That's pretty much the same word.
Nudity.
What?
Nudity.
Bees.
Forest ravens.
Yeah. Right?
Bees nuts.
Okay. Of course, the last word is kumquat.
Coursing through my veins.
Crabapple.
Crabapple. All right, Greg, you got a list?
Yes, I have a list. Tragic.
Cornelius.
Caesar.
All right. Beard.
Rambunctious.
Dirty.
You are just jealous. All right, here we go. You ready? Matt.
Colitis. I don't even know what that is.
I think it's an intestinal disorder.
And I would say colonoscopy.
Just a few more for me. Vernal.
Voracious.
Matt.
Jules Verne getting real anal.
Vernal.
That was fun. I always like it when we play games on this show.
It is. It's a hoot. I
Mm.
shouldn't eat this, right?
No,
I mean-
definitely don't eat
Should I
that.
not eat this, Life?
No, I don't think you should eat that.
Holy crap! I think I already ate one.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
okay, so you did this flour toast, at least these pictures, and then you're a professional chef. What is it about you that makes you different than all them hundreds of other chefs out there? I'm seeing flour toast, and I've never seen that, so that could be part of your answer. But what is it that you do and nobody else is doing?
I don't know if I could even say that I'm doing anything that nobody else is doing. I feel like I'm in.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Well, where did you come up with the flour toast thing that I keep saying?
I mean, other people do
Oh, wait.
that.
This is a cookie cupcake. It's a cookie in it. Go on.
I mean, I'm trying to develop my own cuisine, and I think I sort of have. There's certain things I focus on that I think are underutilized vegetables, micro seasonality, forage, wild foods, and I sort of champion small farmers and champion organic produce. And
Right, because my only thought when I think about when you talk about organic and all that, I mean, I fast foody kind of guy, which is not good for me, I know. But at the same time, part of the reason is, I mean, at least it seems to cost a lot of money. Foraging seems free, but it also seems time consuming.
I mean, do you have to spend 4 hours getting ready for dinner?
I mean, eating organic and eating, yeah, it is more expensive, but it doesn't have to be that much more expensive. I feel like people who go out and eat fast food and buy like frozen things that you heat up and those types of things, it can actually wind up being cheaper if you buy things like rice and beans and broccoli and kale and onions. And I try to have it be vegetable focused, and also I use a lot of herbs and flowers, and so it's sort of like a more herbal, floral, California take on food. And then I think that if you have one of my meals, you'll eat things that you've never eaten before, just because.
I think that's really cool. I love the underutilized vegetable idea. Like,
Right. Well, I was going to ask. Okay, so what is your favorite underutilized vegetable? What should, like you said before, that there are things that you can forage for that people don't even know you can eat. Well, name one or two things that are kind of cool that people just don't know that they can eat.
Some of the more common ones out here that we use a lot are like miner's lettuce, chickweed, stinging nettles. Those are ones I use a good amount. It makes a really vibrant green. I usually use it as a sauce. Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question. Are flowers supposed to smell this weird? I know I ate a couple of them and they smell funny. They don't smell beautiful. This particular one is not working out.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that eating plants willy-nilly is not a good idea.
Well, you
They could be
forage for
surprised how
plants.
many are edible.
You have to know your flowers if you're foraging.
Like anything could be poisonous, but you would also be surprised how many things that people don't eat you can eat.
Right.
So it goes both ways.
I was wondering if I feel a little woozy from this, should I go somewhere special? Should I just lay down or what should happen to me from a flower?
You should go with it and see what spiritual experiences you can get out
Yeah,
of it.
woozy is fine. If you start feeling like you're gonna cough up blood or something, then call the Center for Disease Control.
Okay. That's good advice, Leif. Thank you for your help.
All right, well, like I said, we've said this before, but really, we should do this again. It's a lot of fun.
Anytime. We're having our season finale the next episode. And by season finale, we mean who knows if we're ever going to come back. You're lucky if we do. But
Yes.
season finale, next episode, before a possible cancellation. Because I'm hearing, I looked up our ratings on the internet, very low. Might be canceled.
The executives have been unimpressed.
We're going to take a big old break.
It's the season finale.
Oh, it's a secret.
Cool.
Well, thanks for doing this. It was great getting to know you again, Leif.
All right.
All right,
Talk to you
thanks,
later.
dudes.
See you, Leif.
All right, so thank you very much. You need to like this video. Please like the video. Please comment. But anyway, join us next time for the next episode of Face to Face to Face.
And maybe Greg will be wearing an identical shirt in a different color, just like he did this time.
You can only hope.